In this lecture, I shall try to give a brief exposition of the Prabhakara theory of sentence meaning. The main objective of this lecture is not to give a full-fledged defense of the Prabhakara theory of sentence meaning because that is not possible within a small lecture. Rather, I would like to identify the main issues which are addressed by the Prabhakara Mimamsakas. Since the Prabhakara Mimamsakas developed their theory in opposition to the theory advocated by the Bhatta Mimamsakas, I shall also try to give a brief account of the Bhatta Mimamsa theory of sentence meaning. In classical India, language was analyzed mainly from three perspectives. First, at least 5 of the major philosophical systems of classical India admitted Shabda as a reliable source of veridical cognition. That is, at least 5 schools admitted Shabda as a separate or Swatantra Pramana. Since these philosophical systems analyzed the phenomenon of language from an epistemological perspective, they analyzed the context, knowing the meaning of a sentence. That is, they address the issue, what do we understand when we understand the meaning of a sentence, and they also analyze the issue, what does a competent speaker of a natural language understand when he encounters or understands a new sentence. The grammarians analyzed language from a second perspective. The grammarians believed that there is no cognition which is not permeated or pervaded by language. That is, the grammarians believed that all cognitions are linguistic in nature. They involve language. Bhartrihari, the main exponent of the grammarian school, wrote, "Na sosti pratyayo loke yah shabdanugamadharite." That is, there is no pratyayo or cognition in the universe which is not pervaded by language. Since all cognitions are pervaded by language, the grammarians tried to develop a very general account of the functioning of a natural language, because without such an account, they could not give any analysis of any cognition. The Mimamsa philosophers, both the Purva Mimamsakas and the Uttara Mimamsakas, analyzed language from a third perspective. The term Mimamsa is defined as Pujita Vicharo Vachano Mimamsas Shabdartha. This definition of the term Mimamsa is given by Vachaspati Mishra in his commentary Bhamati on the Shankara Bhashya of the Brahma Sutras. Here, Mimamsa is defined as the analysis of the Pujita statements. A statement is called a Pujita statement, or a statement has the property Pujitatva if it has the property Gahanatva. That is, A statement is called a Pujito statement if it is very difficult to comprehend. All scriptural statements are very difficult to comprehend because no one can understand the meaning of a scriptural statement or a Vedic statement even though she understands the Sanskrit language, even though she is a competent speaker of a Sanskrit language. Since the Vedic statements are very difficult to comprehend, the Mimamsa philosophers developed more than 1,000 principles or techniques which they call Nyayas in order to understand the Vedic statements. These Nyayas are the rules of interpretation which the Mimamsa philosophers employ to understand a Vedic statement. Needless to say, these principles or rules of interpretation can be employed to understand any other text as well. Now, all these philosophers, that is, the philosophers who analyze language from the perspective of epistemology, the philosophers who analyze language from the perspective of grammar, and the philosophers who analyze language from the perspective of hermeneutics, addressed two major issues. The first of these issues is, what exactly does a person understand when she understands the meaning of a sentence? And the second of these issues is, how does a person understand the meaning of a sentence?